everyone. We're back here with Amol Patel. He's the Senior Director of Business Development at PayPal, and he gave a talk yesterday, Amol, about mobility. Tell us a little bit about, a sort of quick version of what took place in that talk yesterday.
Well, it was a very interesting panel on how will mobile payments shape our lives, both in developed and emerging markets. Mm-hmm. And the panel was focused more on emerging markets, and we talked about some of the larger use cases, mm-hmm. As well as what the opportunities are going forward.
Mm-hmm. Before we delve into that, let's talk a little bit about your background as an entrepreneur. I know you've had your own company before. Speak to us a little bit about your background and how you ended up at PayPal.
Sure. So I've been in the Valley for quite some time, came here from India, did my undergrad and master's here, and then when you are in the Valley enough, kind of the startup bug hits you, right?
Yes.
So that bug hit me in late 99, 2000, and at that time, it's hard to imagine from a place where we are right now, but at that time, mobile wasn't really happening in the United States. A lot of the mobile action was in Asia. Mm-hmm. So I moved to Delhi, mm-hmm. India, and started a company called Converge Labs. Mm-hmm. And we launched India's first mobile ticketing and payment service.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if that experience has sort of custom made you for this current position, talking about emerging markets right now with mobile penetration being about 90%, especially in countries like India. Mm-hmm. How do you think that's going to change as far as mobile transfers, mobile transactions?
I think we're kind of at the beginning of that hockey stick in mm-hmm. India around mobile payments, because recently the regulation has been cleared up. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of excitement in the industry. Partnerships are being formed between kind of mobile ecosystem players, and the consumers are at a point where they don't have to deal with kind of lower end feature phones, although that is the majority of the user base. You're mm-hmm. starting to see $10 Android devices, $20 Android devices mm-hmm. that are starting to come about in the market. So mm-hmm. that brings affordability of kind of smarter feature phones into mm-hmm. the market, where you can have a much richer user experience. The mm-hmm. consumer doesn't have to deal with kind of high friction experience, mm-hmm. and that in turn will be driving use cases. Mm-hmm. And we're already seeing kind of airtime recharge. India is a large prepaid market, so being able to top up your phone anytime, anywhere mm-hmm. from your phone rather than walk into a physical kiosk to right. recharge airtime. So there's a variety of use cases. In a large portion of India is unbanked or mm-hmm. underbanked, mm-hmm. But they all have mobile phones. That's another strong vehicle for financial inclusion in a market like India.
Coming back to U.S. now, I mean, for PayPal, who do you see as competitors in this space currently?
Well, in this space, currently there's always kind of different categories of companies, the card associations, mm-hmm. The kind of other larger players who are trying to build digital wallets. But PayPal has the clear leadership because mm-hmm. kind of in our DNA, it's an internet DNA. Mm-hmm. It was founded a little over a decade ago with the original vision to be money between Palm Pilots, which was kind of a mobile payments idea. Mm-hmm. And then it evolved into e-commerce, mm-hmm. and then we're back in mobile. Mm-hmm. And we're on a fantastic run rate. So this year we expect to do over $20 billion in mobile payments alone.
Do you think that is basically the competitive advantage that will continue to keep you in the leadership position here in this industry?
I believe so, yes. It's the user experience that we've perfected, and it's a work in progress, so you can never be perfect, but we always strive towards really great user experiences. Mm-hmm. We have an installed base of over 10 million merchants. We have over 125 million active accounts globally. It's a global footprint. We're present in 190 markets globally with kind of different capabilities and features. So it's a pretty good competitive advantage that we have.
So now, wrapping things up here, tell me give us a couple, not necessarily insider info here, but inside track of what's taking place at PayPal and what we can expect to see next few months here.
So we've things that we've kind of shared recently, we are looking at building innovative user experiences at the physical point of sale. So you can walk up to a Jamba Juice store and you can check in to the store, and once you check in, then it's just a frictionless user experience.
Wow.
So those are some of the things that you can expect us to scale up going forward.
And you're tying up with folks like Foursquare at that point, I assume?
Well, there's different ways. So the merchants, we give capabilities for merchants where you just, if you have a PayPal consumer app and you can hit on the locals tab on the PayPal app, and you'll see locations that are accepting PayPal, and you just drag a pin into a location.
So you could basically order your Jamba Juice, drive into the parking lot and park your car and just pick up your juice and walk out.
Absolutely. You should try it in the next few weeks.
Thank you so much.